Hi, how are you? Thank you for watching my video news. Two news stories. First one is from Ethiopia, Tigray region of Ethiopia, where elite Republican guards have arrived. Ethiopian Republican guards are under direct command of the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, PM Abiy. Elite force. Why is the need for deployment of Republican guards to Tigray? Is it related to Ethiopia-Eritrea tension over a or there could be another reason, very likely one, behind the deployment of Republican guards to the Tigray region of Ethiopia. Secondly, when a war broke out in Sudan earlier this year, we saw that Eritrea announced to open its borders for Sudanese people. Eritrea said Sudanese brothers, sisters can enter our country, will receive them with open arms. Some Sudanese did enter Eritrea. So what happened to them? How are they surviving? Some Sudanese news sources are sharing alarming reports about the plight of Sudanese people who entered, Sudanese refugees who entered Sudan, who entered Eritrea. Let's have a new story from Tigray, where some sources, very reliable, have confirmed to me that Republican guards have arrived in Tigray. Around 48 hours ago, some flights carrying Republican guards landed at Mekelle Airport. Arrival of Republican guards was recorded in Mekelle, not on other airports. Mekelle. Republican guards under direct control, command of Ethiopian PM. And this force was formed to counter coups, if you remember, when PM Abiy came to power. He realized that he should protect his government in case of any military adventure. So, Republican Guards was formed. The force is like an infantry. Not just infantry, even more than that. It has all the advanced weapons. Small arms, even tanks, APCs, helicopters. And this force protects Ethiopian PM, Ethiopian government, protects from internal threats, mainly, external to, mainly internal. So there cannot be coup in Ethiopia as long as Republican Guards is loyal to Ethiopian PM Abiy. Republican Guards are deployed when sometimes other units of military fail or they're in a difficult position. Then Republican Guards arrive. And they have proven very effective in some warlike situations. So they are now being sent to Tigray, already arrived there. What is the reason? Is there any warlike situation in Tigray? No. War came to an end. Since November last year, ceasefire in place, no gun, no violence, no major violence, no fighting. So why is there need for deployment of elite force, Republican Guards in Tigray? Two reasons. Some people are attributing this development to Ethiopia tension. They say that Ethiopia is beefing up its military presence on Eritrean border. Republican Guards are going to be deployed to border areas, Zalambasa, maybe, Degrat, other fronts. It might be true. It does not make sense for me. I think it's time of peace. In time of peace, deployment of Republican Guards on border does not make sense for me. Though it could be symbolic. Maybe Ethiopia is sending another message to Eritrea that we are going to gain access to the port. So you should talk to us. You cannot prevent us from attacking your territory if you don't agree, if you don't talk to us. Maybe a threat from Ethiopia, just flexing of muscles. One reason. Second reason could be related to the internal conflict in Tigray, where TPLF and Tigray interim president Getachew are at loggerheads. Getachew refused to allow a TPLF meeting a few days ago. Discussions were held, military intervened, meeting was postponed, and then a new meeting was held yesterday with participation of Getachew and TPLF leaders. Getachew is also working to form Tigray Advisory Council, an alternative body for liberations in Tigray, maybe an alternative to Tigray Regional Council, which is not existing now because Tigray's regional council was disbanded after a deal. There are fears that Getachew could be removed. There could be coup in Tigray. Maybe Republican guards have been sent to Tigray at the request of Getachew. Getachew feeling that TPLF could mobilize its assets against Getachew's government. He could be in danger. His government could be in danger. We'll have to wait. I would say we have been able to confirm the arrival of Republican guards, but let's wait and see where are they going to be deployed. In Makale to protect Getachew's government or to Eritrean border. That we'll see in coming day. It's a big development. If Abiy deploys Republican guards to protect Getachew, it will get Getachew in a strong position, though it's in a difficult position, but strong position because he is now being already backed by Ethiopian federal government. But that would lead to increase in rumors and claims that Getachew has turned into a proxy or a stooge of Ethiopian PM. So it will be difficult for Getachew to defend himself if Republican guards protect him. Because Republican guards under direct control, direct command of Ethiopian PM army. Secondly, when war in Sudan broke out earlier this year, Eritrean president announced to welcome all Sudanese people. He said, our borders are open, you can enter our territories, our people will support you. Sudanese people are like our brothers and sisters. Not a very large number of people entered Eritrea from Sudan. Most of Sudanese people moved towards other countries, Egypt, Chad, South Sudan, Central African Republic, Ethiopia as well. But obviously some did enter Eritrea. What happened to them? Now, some Sudanese news sources are reporting, Sudanese, Arabic news sources. They're saying that those Eritreans who entered, those Sudanese who entered Eritrea, they're suffering. UN Human Rights, UN Refugee Agency, I think, does not have access to Eritrea, or it is not allowed to operate in Eritrea. Eritrea refused to allow USAID, World Food Program. I think they were operating in Eritrea, but years ago they were expelled from Eritrea. So these Sudanese people entered Eritrea and now they're relying on Eritrean government support. Eritrean government maybe wants support from international community through Eritrean government. Eritrean government does not want UN to be in charge of camps, in charge of these refugees in Eritrea. Sudanese news sources say that the people who entered Eritrea from Sudan, they were stopped. They were stopped in Eritrea after they entered Eritrea. They were not allowed to move towards the capital, Asmara. They were stopped in border areas. And now they're being stopped there. No camps, no shelters. Some are at mosques, some along the roads, suffering, begging. Local community, in most cases, is not in opposition. local community, not in a position to support the Sudanese people. Eritrea not a rich country. It's difficult for locals to share their meals, their resources with Sudanese people. The question is, why did Isaias Afwerki announce to open borders if he did not have the resources? If he has the resources, he should support the people, Sudanese people who have entered Eritrea, or at least he should allow the UN refugee agency to operate in Eritrea. How will these Sudanese survive in Eritrea if they're not allowed to move towards Asmara, where they can find maybe opportunities to survive by working? Maybe they can find employment there too. Yes, governments protect their capitals. What Eritrean government has decided in terms of keeping them away from Asmara makes sense. That is what Ethiopia does too. But what is Eritrean government's policy regarding the Sudanese people? Does government have any policy? Does government has government formed any body to uh, monitor the movement of these refugees and how to take care of the refugees? Sudanese news sources say that Sudanese who entered Eritrea are suffering. They are not receiving support from Eritrean government. Thank you for watching.